I think his YouTube channel name is David Merrick. Oh no, you can find him in my comments about the fear about the lunch lady. Anyways, ready, set, go. Okay. Now today's fear is gonna be about the barber. Now, the barber is a counseled enemy, and I think he has I think he has a sort of whatever. Okay, but first, let's talk about it. So, I think the barber is actually is actually not controlled by the TV. Like maybe, I think he's completely controlled by the TV at this point. Just like, he doesn't really care. Now, this is sort of hard to go off for the barber, but okay, whatever. I think he looks more like the guests' faces, except a little bit less, so big. And he looks actually pretty nice, to be completely honest. Now, why do I think he's in so many photos in Little Nightmares, was in photos in Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2? I think because he's a cancelled enemy, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think. What he is? I think he's probably the person that you see at the beginning of the whole beginning of chapter 2. You see the black clothes inside of a thing. What if the barber was so controlled by the signal, because you see in the concept art, you see the barber having huge scissors, maybe theorizing that he's like the doctor, more like like instead of people getting haircuts, they got blood leaks, because about that theory, because the barber has huge scissors. You see in the concept art that he's not trying to cut anyone's. But basically, why I think he was canceled is because I think it would be hard to develop a sort of style that would, like a style of thing, and have some ideas. That's why I think he was canceled. But anyways, so why do I think he had something to do with the black clothes? Be completely honest, maybe that was his clothes until he probably was so controlled by the signal that he jumped from the wooden building right into a TV. Just right into a TV after a long enough time. And then that's why you see some people completely bald and completely hairless. Now, why I think that is I think they're trying to avoid going to the barber because they know there's no barber anymore. Or they try to avoid the barber so they don't have to, get their blood leaked. Or my more theory is that the barber doesn't exist anymore, and that people just are completely bald because they never get because they don't have hair treatment and have very much little to no care about their hair. Now, how did he do? Now, why do I think he was so controlled by the signals? I think he's like if the doctor, instead of making patients, like braked patients. Do you know what I mean? Because he has giant scissors. I don't think he has a link. I think he has a link to the doctor because both of them have squiggly lines on their faces. Weird looking, normal looking, okay looking eyes, and they're both in their middle ages, and both have a hump. No, I don't think they're related, except for their face. Their face, they're probably not related, but But I basically think that the barber's chapter would be a bunch of different people that would come in and come out. And I think the barber, like, this would be a completely, but yeah, I'm going to think of one more thing before we go. Now, how did he get controlled by the signal? I think he was sort of like a mono, a very young person that could travel for TVs, but he got so addicted to his power, he tried doing it in air and instead smashed his head into a TV, and his body just completely disappeared into the dimension of where all the eyes are. And I think that now why I think that but I also think in general that a lot that this guy is related to the hunter, because you can see a sort of looking hunter thing you see in his hunter's shack. And I think that they were actually in rivalry of who could perform the best. And the barber was a stunning, talented man, and same was the hunter. Until they grew up, nobody really cared, and they got more into TVs and the signals, finally controlling them and being their twisted forms and twisted monsters that they are today. Now, guys, I hope you like that theory, and bye.